Hi friends, welcome back everyone to Angel Trading Friend, and this is Prince here, your trading friend. Friends, it's been quite some time that I have uploaded a strategy or a video, and if at all I am uploading so late, it means that it's going to be something very special, something very dhamaka, because you know that when I give any strategy, I do a lot of thorough analysis, I do the back testing, I try it out myself, and only after feeling confident, I do share it to you all. Okay, just like how I was saying in my WhatsApp status, if at all you would have observed, I always keep saying that whenever there is a loss, whenever there are back-to-back losses, it's very soon we are going to see a big profits. That is nothing but we consider that the bomb is going to blast. Okay, so this strategy of today, which I'm going to inform you all, going to teach you or share to you all, is something very different, something very special, something very close to me as well, friends. Because many of you would have done your investments, many of you would have thought about doing investments, but I would like to share to you a different kind of approach, a smart approach, or rather a word which I can use is a smart approach. And especially for people those who want to invest in stock market, because many were asking me that prices have come down drastically, almost all the stock prices have come down to 50% or 60% of the value which they were trading in last year. So many were asking me, sir, can I invest it now? So I was telling them, friends, investing is not a big deal. You just have to buy the share, and then share will be lying in account. But what will you be doing out of it? Is it going to give you any income, or is it going to give you any good returns? How many years are you going to keep? If when I ask all these kinds of questions, they won't know anything, or they won't have any answer. So that is why, based on the request which I was getting from my friends and subscribers on YouTube, I thought I'll make today's video where I'll be teaching you something very special, something which extra which I do in order to make or get better returns from stock market. And as you all know that for long term investment, I invest only in Nifty, because I don't have the habit of going through all the stock analysis or identifying the how the company is performing and blah blah blah. The Nifty people are there, the fund managers are there, or the NSE is there. They will identify the top 50 companies of India and they will include it in Nifty 50, and I blindly just buy Nifty 50. But it is left to you. But I will show you how to do the investment. You can do it in anything, but how to do it in a smart way. That is what I'm going to teach in this particular video. So stay tuned till end of the video. You will be getting full updates. It might seem a little complicated to you if at all you don't know about options, but then I will try my best to make it as simple as possible. And also, friends, options is like an ocean. I recommend each and every one of you to start learning options and start practicing options and start trading with options. Friends, you can make huge money even if the market goes up, or if the market goes down, or if the market goes sideways. And in case if you need any help, you can always WhatsApp on my number. You all know my number is 8095876525. If at all you want to learn further advanced courses in options, and if at all you want training in options, you can always take my help. Okay, friends. So let us go forward. So during this particular time, if at all you want to invest, say for example a person has got some money of 5 lakh or 10 lakh or whatever it is, if at all you want to invest, the options which you have are many. Okay, so as you all know, gold has always been the best option for our ancestors or parents and all those things. Then now there is mutual funds, there is currencies, there is bonds, there is fixed deposits, stocks and real estate. So now what I will do is I will just stick on to stocks. And also, friends, I just wanted to say why this topic came into my mind and why I was doing this analysis with thorough interest was because recently my brother came and told me that he would like to invest into real estate. In the sense, he want to invest. He already has a site in Bangalore, so he was thinking about building house in that site. So then I asked him what's the reason for doing that. He told that I'll be getting monthly returns, that is income, rent which is coming from the stock market. So then I made this analysis and then I tried to explain to him, and then I also showed him the methods. So that is how mainly this video came into full being. So I have the full thorough analysis. I will share it to you all also, and the back tested file also is there. I have tested for full 2019 and 20, and that file also I will provide it to you. So stay tuned. Okay, so when it came to my brother's case, he was planning to build a house, and that too he was planning for rented house. So he was thinking of building a ground floor and a first floor. So let us take an example where you're going to build an apartment or you're going to purchase an apartment. And a typical example in Bangalore, since I stay in Bangalore, I am taking as an example of investment of 50 lakhs. Okay, friends. So don't think that this strategy is only for people those are having 50 lakhs. Even if you're having 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, or 5 lakh also, you can do this. Don't worry. I'm just giving you an hypothetical example. Reason because correctly, my brother also asked me about investment where he was planning to invest in real estate. So I was just trying to compare both investing into real estate and investing into stock market. Which is better? What are the advantages? How do you have to smartly trade it? How do you have to smartly hedge it? And how do you have to smartly make money out of it? All those things I'm going to share with you. Okay. So, if at all you want to buy an apartment in Bangalore, I would say a budget apartment, it will cost around 50 lakh. Okay, so I'm not considering about buying having a person who's having a site and then building house on that. That kind of situation is going away now in the latest generation. So latest generation, what they do is they just go buy an apartment, immediately furnish it and give it for rent. So a 2 BHK house, a budget house in a good decent area will give us a rent of around 20,000 rupees per month. So multiplying by 12, the income which we are going to get is 2,40,000 rupees. Friends, all these are again approximate values. It is subjected to changes. It can go plus or minus 10%. It's not our concern here. We are just looking at the example. So with an investment of 50 lakh, he is going to get a rent of 2,40,000 rupees. Now, after that, the expenses which he might have is the maintenance cost. So you have to pay the cleaning person's charges, the security charges, the electricity bill, that, this, etc. Then there will be the insurance. Then there will be the idle charges. Idle charges, I mean, is that in case if the tenant is not there, that is nobody is staying in the house. If it is empty for 2 months or 3 months, then you might lose that rent. Then there is property tax which you have to pay every year. Then emergency repairs, say for example something breaks down, the door breaks or the closet breaks, the tap breaks, you have all those expenses. Then you know that they have, it is compulsory that you have to paint at least in 3 years or 5 years. There will be regular paintings which you have to do, or if one person changes another person comes, you have to do the painting. Then depreciation cost of the building, because friends, you know that house after 20 years, 30 years, the building will not have value. They only consider the land cost only. So that also we have to factor it. So there are many etc etc, a lot of cost also involved. So if at all you consider approximate value, the income which you're going to get will be 1,50,000 rupees, considering all these expenses for one full year. I have just averaged it out, so it can be plus or minus depending on the area or the kind of person you are. But worst to worst case, the income which you're going to get is 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh rupees, and the return of investment when you go divide by 50 lakh is going to be 3% to 4% returns every year. You agree with me? Everyone, those who have invested in stock, invested in real estate, will agree with this point, that you are going to make hardly 3 to 4% returns by giving your house for rent. But whereas in foreign countries returns will be very high, that's a secondary case. Let us not look into this, look into that. But in India, this is going to be a best of the best returns. And let us say worst to worst case, we are getting 5% returns. Okay. Now, coming to stock market. Now, the suggestion which I gave to my brother, I am giving same thing to you as well. So I am saying now, suggestion from my side is, don't invest into real estate. What you can do is select a stock from Nifty 50. Fine. If at all you don't want to invest into Nifty Bs, that is Nifty 50, because that is my I have liking towards it. It doesn't mean that you also have to like the same thing. You can select any stock, but I recommend to please select a stock out of Nifty 50, because it will be very good. Market cap will be there, thorough analysis will be done, and in case if the company is not performing well, automatically it will be removed and the different kind of company, good performing company, will be added. For example, latest you have seen Yes Bank was removed from Nifty 50 and another stock was added. So you don't have to worry. In case if the stock is there in Nifty 50, the stock is supposed to be good stock, so you can blindly invest in this kind of stock. So for today's example, I am going to take almost everyone's favorite, that is nothing but Reliance. Fine. This is just an example. You can take anything. If you like TCS, you like Tata brand, you can take TCS. Friends, any stock in Nifty 50 doesn't matter. I will show you the power of options, how you can make money. Now what you need to do, 50,000 rupees, 50 lakh rupees is there with you, and you know that to buy Reliance futures or Reliance options, one lot has 500 shares in them. So let us consider that for 50 lakhs you're going to get 10 lots of Reliance equity. So when you're buying in equity, you have to buy 5,000 quantities of equity in Reliance. This example is for 50 lakhs, friends. Okay. So when you buy 5,000 shares of Reliance, immediately buy 10 lots of covered call options. So before that, one more thing you can do. This money you don't have to bring it from outside. Once you buy this Reliance equity of almost equivalent to 5,000 shares, you can pledge this shares in the with the broker. So almost all brokers will give you 70 to 80% margin for trading. So this amount you can use for trading, as well as you can use it for using selling options or all those things. Okay. So what you can do is, don't have to add anything extra. With the same fund which you have invested into Reliance, you can pledge it and you will get money into your account. With that, you can buy covered calls. Now what I am going to do here is, I am going to sell 10 lots of covered calls. How much strike price to take, what are the backups, all those things I will tell you. When to take, how to exit it, how to do the roll on, all those things I'll tell you. But the concept is simple. I am buying shares for 50 lakhs in Reliance. That comes to almost 10 lots of Reliance. Immediately I am pledging it. Step 2. Step 3 is, immediately I am selling 10 lots of covered calls. Clear? Very simple. Friends, if you are having your apartment, if you have purchased your real estate or apartments, that money is going to be idle or it is going to be dead. Even if the price of the house comes down or if the price of the house goes top, it is idle, you can't do anything with that. Whereas in this case, you can see the amount which you're pledging comes to your stock market. If at all you are good in your intraday trading, you can do your daily trading in that as well. So you will be generating an extra income from that as well. Fine. So that is secondary, which I'm not talking about at all. Now as of now, I am going to talk about a person who's thinking about only investment only. So he has invested into Reliance shares full 50 lakhs, immediately pledged it. With that money he is selling covered calls. Then the backup, friends, this is very very important. Two things which I do, which friends you don't see in many YouTube videos, or you don't get it so easily. These are all available in many paid workshops and all those things. They teach all those things and they charge you heavy amount. But I am telling you, revealing you the secret today. What the smart people do, or what the people, those who are well adversed in stock market, do is two things. One is, you can buy futures when Reliance crosses the strike price of covered call. So as I told you, here we are going to take, we are going to sell covered call. So as soon as, if the Nifty price moves above this strike price of the covered call will start making loss. So in that case, what you can do is, you can buy futures. This is one thing, something very different. I will show you in the Excel, you will get full idea. Please do wait. And second very important thing which I recommend to all of my people is that you need to buy a long term insurance in Nifty. Since it's Nifty 50, almost 70 to 50% of the time, if the stock goes down, even the Nifty also will go down. Okay, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but most of the time, because you know that Reliance contributes major part of Nifty. So by buying this December month, whenever you're trading in January, if you buy the December month Nifty put at least a decent value of 30 to 40% down, if at all the stock crashes, you don't have to worry, because your Nifty put will be making money and it will save you. I'll show you that also how to do. But friends, do this all by learning first and doing a paper trade. Practice it, do a paper trade along with me, or if you want my help, you can take help of me and then do all these things and then implement. Don't just go and blindly implement. Okay, so two things we are doing. One is, we are buying this Nifty put. So in case of any black swan event, or as you would have seen 2008 crashes, in fact Corona crash also you would have seen, all these kind of situations, we don't have to get afraid, because the put will be saving us. And in order to get the monthly income, we are selling the covered calls. In order to avoid the loss in covered calls, we are going to sell the futures. Understood? If at all not, let us go into our Excel. You will get a clear understanding, clear picture of what I am talking about. Okay, so friends, first of all, one more thing which I would like to say you is, in this particular investment when you're doing, you just have to keep an alarm at 3:15. You don't even have to look into your screen any other time, and it is not required that you look into your screen daily also. Just that if in case if you're having time, by end of the day only you have to look into your screen. So that is why I tell my people or tell my students to keep alarm at 3:15. So in case at 3:15, if at all you have to do any adjustments, you can do. Okay, so for my analysis I have taken only end of the day, because we are going to look into the price at end of the day only. So I have taken Reliance here from, I'm doing the back testing from full January 19th. You can do it from 18, 17 also, and the results, you will see it is very good. Till latest I have done, that is till last week May 15th I have done the analysis, and I'll be presenting it to you all. Okay. Now friends, you have invested, say for example, 50 lakhs in Reliance, that is Reliance equity. So you can see I have taken equity data itself. So on January 19, sorry, 1st January 2019, the price was around 1120, and the share price, I mean lot size was 500. Now it has changed to 505, but let us consider it as 500 itself. Okay. So once you invest in equity, this amount is going to be yours even if the stock goes down. If the stock goes top, or if it goes down, you are going to face the loss or you are going to face the profit. You are not going to get anything else. Say for example 50 lakhs become 40 lakhs, or if 50 lakhs become 70 lakhs, you are not going to do anything in equity, because equity usually they invest for a long term. So considering the same thing here, we are not going to do anything in the equity part. It is just an investment. We have invested and we have just left, nothing else. Okay. Now coming to the options part. When just look into the strike price, I mean closing price, that is close to 1121, what you need to do is, we target usually 2% to 3%, or worst case 1% of rental income. So you need to have to accordingly calculate the strike price which you have to take. Okay, so I will just take here 100 points, considering that this is 1121. So 10% of this, just if you are taking also, it comes to 112. So rounding it off, it will be 100. So the strike price which I will be taking here for analysis is going to be 1220. Okay, I'll just write it here for your reference. Okay, so you need to sell a covered call of 1220. So if at all you go into your options data, you go to NSE India, you will get this data. So I'm not showing it to here now because lack of time, but you can just go to NSE India and you can see on 1st January 1220, and then accordingly you can calculate. So I have taken 1220, the option value, this is the option value, it was 10 rupees covered call. Okay, so by end of the month it has reached to 26. So since you have sold it at 10 rupees and you are buying back at 26, you are making a loss of 16 rupees. Now coming to the future, which I told you, whenever the price crosses our covered call strike price, so you can see it is 1121 and the covered call price is 1220. So when you just come down, you can see that yeah, I'm still looking at only the close price, I'm not looking at the high prices. Okay, so on 21st Jan, the price has crossed the strike price, it has crossed 1238. So immediately on 21st you have to buy future also. So the future bought on 21st is at 1237, and it is closing end of the month at 1227. So there also we have made 10 points loss. But the best part is equity. So equity, it was at 1121, and you can see that on end of the expiry, that is on 30th Jan, it has come to 1196. Sorry, 31st Jan was the expiry. So 31st Jan was 1227. So on that you can see I have minus 1121 minus 1227. We almost made 106 points profit in equity. So this is a very rare example where your options and also your futures make loss. And friends, one more thing you have to understand is, whenever you're doing a covered call, 70 to 80% of the month you will be making profits, and remaining to 2 or 3 months, worst case, you will be making small losses. But when you make loss also, your equity will be in super duper profit, because you can see that there are almost 100 points difference between the equity and the covered call. So almost 100 points easily we will make in the equity. So in this particular case, this loss of 26 points you have to recover with your equity. So what you have to do is, as soon as you make this loss of 26 rupees in this equity, in this future and option combination, you have to just sell off your equity for 26 rupees. So that is nothing but the gain which you got. Okay, the gain which you got of 106, in that 26 points you are giving away. So by overall you are getting almost 80 points gain. So this is one disadvantage by using this kind of technique, that sometimes you will be not able to get the full profits, you won't be able to enjoy the full profits. But it doesn't matter, friends. You know that always the stock will not keep going top. If always the stock keeps going out, then within 1 year the stock will be reaching 100% returns or 200% returns. So that is not practical, it won't happen. But in this particular case, you have seen that both equity and futures have made given us loss, but we are recovering it in the equity. And as you all know, equity is, we are keeping it for long term, we are not going to sell it or lose it. Only the loss which you have booked in this future and option, you are going to adjust it with the equity. So overall your profit in equity is going to be 80 points. Okay, now let us come down. Yeah, now on the second expiry, now again February you are taking the covered call. So the strike price here is going to be 1320, again 100 points difference. So you can see the closing price is 1227, we have taken 100 points, 1320. The strike price is 12, and it is closing at 0. Okay, so you can see that 12 points options which we have sold has come to 0, giving full profit of 12 points. Now coming to the future, should we take the future or not? I have written here so that I can explain to you. So you see the strike price is 1320. Just come down and just see if it is closing any day at 1320. So you can see here one particular day on 6th February it has come till 1310. So it has not reached our level of 1320. So just have to come down, and you can see it has not crossed our strike price. So the expiry got over at 27th February. So the price has not crossed our strike price, so by which we don't have to trade future on this particular month. So the full profit of 12 points is going to be with us, and the profit is going to be 60,000 rupees. So equity, as I told you, nothing you can do, but options is going to give you a income of 60,000 rupees. Whereas friends, when you were, if you had given your house for rent, you would have got 20,000 rupees, but here you can see without doing anything, the income which we have got is 60,000 rupees. That is 12 points in the covered call options. Okay, hope you are getting an idea. I'll give you one more example. You will get a better understanding here. So in this case also you can see on March, it is around 1224. I think the expiry was on 1231. Okay, so the strike price is going to be 1320, because you know that at 1330 there is no strike, so we have to take it at 1320. So the options which you have sold at 15 has become 60. You are booking a loss of 45. And most important part is the future. Should we buy the future or not? So the strike price is 1320. So let us see where has it crossed 1320. Yes. So you can see on 12th March it has closed above our strike price. So that is why we have to buy future at this particular junction. And the future was buying at, it was at 1335. We have bought it at 1335 and we have sold it at 1360, giving us a profit of 25. And in this particular example also we are booking a small loss of 20 points that we have to adjust with our equity. So equity has made a profit of 129, but we are losing in our futures and option combination. But overall again your profit is going to be 109 points in this particular month. Yes, so again you saw 2 months we made small losses, but it is okay, not a problem. Again let us give one more example. On 28th March expiry 1360 is our closing price. So the strike price which we are taking for covered call is 1460. So let me show you the future. it is whether should we take the future or not. We have not taken the future. You can see 1460 has not come. So this is the expiry has closed on 25th April. So we have not taken. So only options has been sold as 16 and has become 0. We are booking full 16 points profit and making a profit of 80,000 rupees. Friends, where is 20,000 rupees rent and where is 80,000 rupees rent? Yes. So let us look one more example. You'll get a clear understanding. Again, on 25th April, every month you just have to do the same thing, nothing else. The options, the stock equity, what is there, just sell immediately the option, the covered call options, and you'll be able to make your rental monthly rental income. In case if it is crossing the strike price, immediately buy the future. And also you know that overall you have bought the nifty put options also, so in case if the market crashes, the nifty put will be saving you. So you have protected yourself fully, your investment is safe, your income also is coming regularly. In case if you make any losses in options and futures, don't worry, that particular month your equity would have made huge profits. You just have to give away a small profit only. Same thing has happened again in 25th April. We just had to sell options only at 18 and we bought back at 18, I mean 0, full profit of 90,000 rupees. Same thing, as I told you friends, you can see that now hardly we are buying options or hardly there's any losses in options. Almost all the months we are making profits in options. Yes. So friends, you might say me, people will say, sir, covered calls are to be done only when the market is moving sideways and the market is moving down. But I have given you a method now. You can do covered calls even if the market go up. If the market go up, the future is going to save you. The market is going to go down, the covered call also is going to save you, along with the put option also is going to save you. So these are the smart techniques which I use with options, and this is how we generate income even with our assets, with our equity which is lying idle in our investments. Okay, so this is the beauty of options friends. See, you can see again back to back again profits, again 9 points profit. Yes, again in August it is 8 point profits, again in September. Okay friends, in this particular case the market has picked up. So you can see the 14 which you bought has closed at 64, giving 50 point loss, but the future has saved us. In this case there was no loss booked, the future has given us the profit. So if at all any drastic movement, if the market goes up very drastically, this is going to save us, the future is going to save us. You don't have to take the money from your equity. Okay, so you can see that 64 points profit has come and the overall profit is in this case is 70,000 rupees. Yes, again in this one particular example you can see equity has given a small loss of 7 points, where sorry, option has given a loss of 7 points, but our future has not triggered, so we have not bought futures. But equity has given us returns of 116 points, so we just have to give away this small profit, a small loss of 7 points. Just sell your small share of equity which you can buy back later when you get the profits. That's it. Yeah. So again in the month of December you can see huge profit of 10 points. Then I have done in 2020 as well, you can see 13 points profit. January, again in February you can see 14 points profit. Again you can see in March 13 points profit. See friends, nothing has to be done. Almost you see we have seen almost in 2019 it was hardly 1 or 2 times we had to use the future. And you don't have to look into your screen always also, just place the order and then just leave, nothing else. Now coming to the April, the corona effect, you know that market went down very drastically and then it picked up. So when it goes down very drastically, you don't have to worry because your put is saving you. But when it comes up also, you can see in this particular example, option from 65 which we sold has gone up to 283. You are making huge money in equity also, but you look at the future. We bought at 1211 and it closed at 1466. So you can see that 37 points profits you have got. The future has given us the money and the returns is going to be 1,85,000 rupees. Yes. So May month is still not over. So I completed till full April, and if at all you observe, the total sum is 8,41,000 rupees. Friends, let us just see, it is 8,41,000 divided by 50 lakh, and if at all you see the percentage, it's close to 17% returns in almost 1 year, 2 months, 1 year, 3 months. Okay, so 17% returns you're getting as rental income, which is when you saw in the rental income you're hardly getting 1.5 lakh. That is 3% returns, 3 to 4% returns. Here your returns is close to 16 to 17%. Along with that, your equity is growing. Along with that, you'll be getting dividends from Reliance. So there are many advantages of doing this method. Friends, any other doubts, any other confusion, you can always WhatsApp me. My number I have given you, it's 8095 and I recommend all of you to please start learning options, friends. It's like an ocean. It will make you money in all directions and it's one among the best. That is why these days I'm promoting only options and I'm teaching more of options to you. So I'll be coming out with more and more techniques and more learnings in options. So for as of now, you can start learning this and implementing it yourself. You can start with even 5 to 6 lakh also, because you know to buy Reliance now you hardly need 6 lakh rupees only. Okay, 6 to 7 lakh or whatever it is, you can just check. Or I'm not saying only Reliance, any other stock which you are comfortable, if the investment required is less, you can start doing it. You don't have to worry whether the stock is going to crash or whether the stock is going to go up or whether the stock is going to go in sideways movement. Nothing of that sort. Say for example, Reliance, almost many of you know that from past 10 years it was moving sideways, and if at all, imagine you would have done, if you would have just waited with the investment, you hardly got anything. But if at all you were doing with this covered calls and this technique which I was showing it to you, you would have made huge rental income, almost 10 to 15% returns every year. Unfortunately, I also could not do, because I only started into investment recently, because I was only doing trading before. So only after the start getting the profits from trading, I started investing into Nifty. In Nifty, the returns will not be as good as what I've shown in the stocks. It will be a little more less. It will be around 7 to 8% returns every month, because the options which we get, the price which you get in options will be very less. But in stocks, the returns is going to be more. This is also one more update which I want to give you. Okay friends, so if at all you're not subscribed still to my channel, please do subscribe my channel. And in case if you want the backtested file, just WhatsApp on my number, I will send it to you. And also in case if you want to learn options, it's an ocean of making money, or ocean of opportunity, that's the correct word. You can always inquire about it and I will be happy to help you and happy to teach you. You can take up my courses. And friends, thank you once again for watching and have a nice day.